Hey guys, today I just bought a roof rack for my Lexus GX460. I just barely opened it up. I wanted you to check it out. It's made by OBS. It looks like this. It's an extra large roof rack which will expand the length and the width of my SUV. So this is unlike those other roof racks where they only go 3/4 of the way. This is an extra large one. Right here, there's the weight and everything, okay? It's the part number for OBS, right? Here's the instructions right here. Okay, parts list. And there it is. And it comes with these U-joints right here that screws down to your cross rails. So I'm going to open this up and check it out right now. Let's set the instructions aside. Let's see what this is. I believe this does not require any tools to put together. I could be wrong. You never know. Okay, so the reason why the box looks so short is because the box comes in two pieces that you put together, and these are the intersecting brackets that holds the two baskets together to make them extra long. Okay, so here they are. Let's set these aside. Let's look inside. Okay, so here are the U brackets that go into your cross rails. Okay, so this is what it looks like right here. So what happens is you take this U bracket and you put it over your basket into one of the rails, and then your cross rails goes underneath, and then you screw this on and it holds everything in. There should be another bracket right here to hold everything together. Acts like a square washer. And there's 4 of these, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. Okay, let's set these aside. We'll install these a little later. I just want to show you the product, because I know that out there are only small roof racks. This is the first time I've actually seen an extra large roof rack. Kind of excited. I've never seen an extra large roof rack before. Holy crap. Let's check it out. There you go. Holy smokes. I think I need 2 people for this. Believe it or not, it's not even that heavy. I'm a skinny person, but Alright guys, I managed to take the whole thing apart. It comes in 2 pieces like I told you. Here is the front piece, here's the rear piece. Alright, let's put it together. I put the rear piece up here. I'm going to put the front piece right here, and they connect at the tubes. Right here, they connect at the tubes. I'm going to show you in a minute where they connect. Man, this is beautiful. Let's check this out. So they're going to connect at the tubes right here. Here's your male, here's your female tube. You got connecting holes right here. And what goes inside these holes right here, there's 2 on this side and there's 2 on the other side. And you're going to have these right here, these screws. 2 on the left and 2 on the right. And they got these nuts. Okay, these nuts are 10mm nuts. And the head is pretty much an Allen key. Okay. And here's the U-joints that I'm talking about. See, these plates go over, and then you're going to take this and you're going to screw it on. That's what holds the whole entire basket onto your cross rails. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about, the cross rails, just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about. This is the cross rails right here. You see these slots right here on either side. I'm going to try to put the U-joints through these slots. Hopefully they fit. Okay, if not, then I can always put it over here and tighten them down. Alright, let's go back and check this out. The front of the basket is at a good 45-degree slant. Good for aerodynamics in case you got a whole bunch of stuff on top of your car. And the surface right here is really smooth. You can stick any sticker you want on there, TRD, Lexus, or I don't know, I hate my wife. Whatever sticker you want to put on there. Looks great. Let's measure this just to give you guys an idea. All right, I'm measuring from the bottom right here, going across. You're talking about, wow, 65 inches. So the bottom length is 65 inches. Across is about, from the outside of the tube to the outside of the tube, you're talking about 45 inches. So 65 inches in length and 45 inches across. Oops, sorry about that. I forgot to connect my tubes. I measured it while it was still apart. Let's connect them and measure it one more time. Okay, let's line up the holes real quick. All right. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay, let's measure it one more time. So the very first measurement was 65 inches. Let's see it now. You're looking at 62 inches. Okay, so 62 inches length, 45 inches width. Okay, so right now, I'm going to take the screws that I told you about. Remember these long screws with the Allen nut right here? I'm going to stick it through here, and on the other side I'm going to have a washer and a nut. Okay, stick it through, washer and nut right here, washer and nut. It's probably going to go on the other side, and I'm going to tighten them down. I'm going to do that to that side, this side. So there's 2 holes on this side and 2 holes on that side for a total of 4 screws. Okay, and 4 nuts. Okay. There you go, guys. Okay, top screw and bottom screw. Let me show you what it looks like real quick up close. There you go. Okay, I got a washer on the top and a washer on the bottom with a 10mm nut on the top, torque screw, head facing outward. I'm sure you could put it in any direction you want. I just decided to choose the sharp pointy edge, such as the threads, to be on the inner part of these bars and keep the flat smooth sides on the outside of the bars. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do it to the other side. I just need a little more space to do it. So the next step is I brought the basket on top of the car. I wanted everything to be centered, and the only way to really center this is you can't really go from the left to the right. You actually have to open up the rear door, step on top, and actually take a look. Take a step back and take a look at how centered it is, going forward, going rear, and how far apart it is from the middle. You're going to want to take a look at your point of references, the space gaps. You want to take a look at everything. Make sure the space gaps are the same. If they're not, move them over a little bit, just like I just did right now. Okay, and while you're looking, you want to not hit your tail, so keep it forward of your tail. Okay, what I did was I went ahead and backed off a little bit to take a look if it looks right on the car itself. Do I want it right there? It's exactly in the middle. I could move it forward, I could move it back a little. Everybody's a little different, so I decided I'm going to keep it right there. So my next step is to grab the U-joints. These U-bars that I was talking about, so these U-bars don't fit exactly over these crossbars because I had to bend them out a little bit just to make them fit over my crossbars. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition all this in order to put these on properly. Okay, since these are all universal mounts, none of this is Lexus OEM, so that's part of the disadvantages of buying something that's not OEM. It's not going to fit, but at least you save a lot of money. I bought this roof rack. It's really good and sturdy, really good construction. It looks really nice. and it's about 7 inches tall, which carries a lot of good baggages and luggages without me having to worry if it's going to fly off. It's got a lot of good bars on here for me to use tie straps. Okay, even has a little thing back here I could put on a reflector if I want to, or put another sticker on there. Okay, so I did save a lot of money. I bought this on OfferUp for $125. Okay, there you go. I'm going to add the U-bars right now. Okay, so I found out that the bracket that comes with the roof basket didn't fit because it wasn't wide enough to fit my cross rails. So what I did was I set this aside and I went to Home Depot and I actually found a U-bracket that actually worked for this application. Here it is. It's the number 383 U-bolt, built by Everbuilt, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Okay, so you know how I already put the basket on top. So what I did was I took the U-bolt and I pointed it to the back and I slipped this brace between the slots inside the cross rails, and then I screwed up the nuts and it should hold. And I'll do this for all 4 corners. So I'm going to show you right now what I'm talking about and do it on this side right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to slip it through right here for it to hold the basket and the cross rails at the same time. I'm going to take my brace, I'm going to slip it through the slot of the cross rails, and then I'm going to slide my U-bolts, U-bracket in there. So when I do that, I'm going to put on the top screw. Put it on first because you're not going to be able to get a really good angle once the bottom one comes on and gets tightened. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. The only way you're going to screw this on, you can't really use a socket wrench anymore because there's no space. You're going to have to use an open-end wrench to do this. See, here's the bottom one. I want to put it on. Okay. Just like that. So if you take a look, it's going to look just like that. See how it goes right through the slot? So no matter what happens, this roof basket's not going to fly off my car. It's going right through the slot of my cross rails. Okay, these are universal cross rails. This U-bracket I bought at Home Depot, number 383, and it attaches to my basket right here, right there. So what I'm going to do is, all I'm going to do is just take an open-end wrench and just tighten both of the screws down until it tightens. And I'm going to do it for the 2 front corners over there too. Exactly the way I did this one. Okay, thank you for watching, guys.